Ladies and gentlemen, the following is your first semi-final matchup of Super Indy 14. It is a singles contest scheduled for one fall with a 25-minute...
After the Sugar D match.
That's a very good question.
Not even withstanding, not even taking into account the opposition Cedric is about to face that Pedro will introduce.
And his opponent, weighing in at 255 pounds, wrestling out of Houston, Texas, by way of Cleveland, America, this man is hard to kill, Raymond Death Rowe!
And although some of his most famous exploits have been in a tag team here in IWC as part of the Cleveland Mafia, in Ring of Honor as part of War Machine with Hanson, Rowe is very adept at a one-on-one fight. And I don't think there's a man Ray Rowe would back down from. Two men that have made headlines in Ring of Honor in recent months, albeit for different reasons. Rowe, a Herculean comeback from near death to reemerge stronger than ever, which is saying a lot because he was pretty damn strong to begin with. Cedric Alexander, the meteoric rise, predicted by Kevin Owens as the future, hit a bump in the road, saw some frustration, and began to see a little bit of a change in his attitude. These two personalities converge one-on-one, Super Indy 14 semifinal.
I want to say I don't know that I would take the route that Cedric is taking right now. But again, this tournament is all about doing what they're not going to expect. It looks like Cedric's trying to wrestle Ray Rowe, when Ray Rowe clearly has both a size and strength advantage. I'm not sure that that's the route to take I can't tell you what the right route to take is.
Yeah, that's really the conundrum here, isn't it? Cedric is great at using his power in a normal circumstance. We saw him use the lumbar check to beat Sugar, but I think the lumbar check's pretty negated in this environment. You say?
Yeah. Hypothetically, he could hit it, but the amount of effort that would require, in and of itself, I don't know that he would get the payoff out of it that he's looking for. I'm pretty sure, much like Hogan tore every muscle in his back slamming Andre, he'd pretty much tear every muscle in his back trying to hit the lumbar check on Ray Rowe.
Or maybe Rowe would just tear every muscle for him before he could even attempt.
Yeah, that's an option too.
Now, these men are part of the Ring of Honor full-time roster, but they don't know each other as well as, say, a Cedric and Sugar or a Lee and Everett. I don't know that they've ever met before, certainly not one-on-one. So this will be a situation where it's not necessarily shaking up your style. Well, that will obviously help because everybody's coming to this pair. I think if I'm Cedric, to use the Jim Ross adage, I'm going to dance with what brung me. He has a tremendous frog splash from the top he calls overtime we didn't see earlier. And you can just see the strength of just something as simple as a bridge upward of Ray Rowe is so intimidating and daunting and tough to get around. But if I'm Cedric, I'm looking speed, I'm looking agility, I'm looking top rope maneuvers. If Cedric can create distance, he can create offense. If he's in Rowe's grasp, he may meet Death Rowe sooner than later.
Yeah, and that was my point. I don't know that I would have gone for anything where Ray Rowe could have grabbed him and slammed him like that right off the bat.
And another thing Cedric may not be taking into account. Ray Rowe's a badass.
Don't do that to Ray. It just angered me.
Ray Rowe is a badass anywhere on planet Earth. But here in IWC is where we saw the genesis, the birth of the baddest man. This is Ray Rowe's home turf.
Yeah, this is where Ray Rowe made his bones.
And broken a few along the way.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, Cedric punched him in the beard. That's not smart.
And what I'm amazed by is just the cold-faced confidence in Ray Rowe. Normal athletes, let's qualify that, there'd be a little bit of an asterisk in their psyche when you come into a situation where there's 2 titanium plates and 18 screws in your arm, when there's a giant scar from when you were stitched up, from being told less than a year ago you'd never do this again, you might not live. There might be a twinge of doubt in a normal man. Ray Rowe has not flinched, not faltered, not backed down.
Ray Rowe, as soon as he was able, addressed his fans and said, I will be back. Not, I'm going to do my best. Not, it's a long road.
Shoulders down, 2-0.
Ray Rowe didn't concern anyone with that. He just said, I will do
5
what it takes
minutes
to
gone
be
by this
back.
contest. 5 minutes.
Thank you, Pedro. And sure enough, he is back. Back faster than anyone predicted. Back faster than he was probably told he should be. And he is back. And rest assured, Cedric Alexander knows this very well right now.
8 to 12 months was the prognosis. The accident occurred 10 months ago, almost to the day, and he's been back 3 months already, at least. But that phrase you used, Farnsworth, I think that may be very fitting for Ray Rowe tonight. What it takes.
Oh.
For Ray Rowe to do whatever it takes in this environment is a hell of a lot. Ray Rowe with that mentality.
Oh!
So dangerous. But Cedric explodes. 2-0.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he will hit the lumbar check. He had no problem getting Ray Rowe up for that slam driver type maneuver.
And Cedric caught Rowe off guard. Did not expect that coming. Quick spurt of offense. But can you follow through? Can you keep Rowe down? So far that answer is yes. Or will Cedric's frustration come into play? And if so, will it be a help or hindrance? Cedric is entering a striking game with Ray Rowe. And holding his own.
Yeah, but taking... Oh, there we go.
And that's a bit of the Cedric we've seen lately that I was not accustomed to when I first met this young man a couple of years ago.
Everyone's got a weak point as long as they got an eye, Joe.
I suppose if they don't have an eye, they have a whole other set of problems, but that's another story.
Yeah.
Oh, my God! Picked him up like a little baby. Hard to kill. How about impossible to tame? Death row. Counter.
Oh.
But Cedric battles back. That sprint kick we saw earlier caught Rowe between the eyes. And for the first time, perhaps tonight, you sense Ray Rowe may have found himself in a bit of danger.
Yeah, but Ray Rowe knows what to do in this situation. Ray Rowe's been hit in the face before. We watched Ray Rowe and Samoa Joe go at it. Ray Rowe never really got shook.
We've seen Ray Rowe stand up to Michael Elgin in Ring of Honor. Go toe-to-toe with the Briscoe brothers. No one intimidates Ray Rowe.
I'm not saying you can't, outgun Ray Rowe. I'm saying he's not going to be scared of you doing it.
The physicality continues to escalate. And Cedric, unwavering in his own right. We said it earlier, but truly a gut check. And that ample beard, not enough to shield Rowe from the thrust kick of Cedric. Out of the temple. Ray is dead. Cedric with our DDT. Cedric could have him here. He's got a chance. Hooks the leg. No.
That was a
10
beautiful
minutes gone by in this contest. 10 minutes.
Thank you, Pedro. A nice springboard and then fluid motion, just torquing him right down on his head. That's the kind of offense that Cedric needs to stick with. hit a big move, and then don't let him grab you. Because when he grabs you...
Bad things happen. And notice, Cedric is 220 pounds. He's one of the heavier athletes in this tournament, but Rowe made that look effortless.
Yeah, well, Ray Rowe tends to do that with suplexes.
And we've seen him elevate far larger over the years, certainly, but it never gets any less awe-inspiring and breathtaking.
Exactly.
We saw this earlier, that path of resistance, that combo. You get hit so hard from so many different areas. Oh.
Because frankly, you get twisted around while it's happening, so you never really get a chance to find your feet, so to speak.
Cedric must be so disoriented. And you can see Rowe just measuring, just stalking Cedric Alexander. Oh my God. Cedric caught him flush.
Right to the chin. Square to the chest.
That's 3 different kicks now. Into the suicide dive. Austin Aries heat-seeking missile style through the bottom ropes to maximize that impact. There's Cedric! It's overtime! That's gonna do it now!
He didn't have a proper cover on him, Joe. Otherwise, this may have been, ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Cedric Alexander.
And could Cedric's inability to hit the proper cover have to do with how Rowe is disoriented him thus far?
My thought is he was probably just looking to get the pin and wasn't thinking about the details beyond that.
That is Cedric's pet maneuver, overtime. He's won many, many matches with that. Now going for the lumbar check. Rowe is ready. Cedric rolls through. Cedric has Rowe trapped.
Nice drop kick to the corner.
Amazing back and forth offense. Cedric going to string these moves together. Oh, Ray Rowe with a shotgun knees. Cedric, death row inmate, number 2.
Here is your winner, moving on to the finals, Raymond Death Rowe.
And Jay Worth, we can now identify the first of 3 who will enter our final championship round. At the end of the night, Ray Rowe moves on a step closer to the only IWC championship he's never held.
Your pick for the tournament, am I correct?
Indeed.
One step closer.
Certainly one would assume and hope that Rowe and Cedric would seal this with a handshake, known in their environment, and sometimes occasionally mine, as the code of honor. And indeed we get the code of honor followed. It's been a common theme among most of the field. But will that man, Ray Rowe, be the last one left as Super Indy champion?